Hello fellas, and welcome back. The return to Bloody Nights, a FNAF fan game that came out a few days ago, and as you can see, I beat the base nights, Monday all the way to Friday, and we don't talk about Saturday. But I think it's time to take a closer look and talk about the return to Bloody Nights. But before we go and talk about Bloody Nights, I won't be talking about the lore, well, most of it. If you play Bloody Nights, you know there's a lot with all the phone calls, cutscenes, and other stuff sprinkled around the game. It would make this video way longer than usual, and I'm not really good at explaining that type of stuff, so the Return to Bloody Nights opens up with a cutscene, but after that, we get to the main menu. And is it just me, or does the main menu kinda look like the one from Left 4 Dead 2? Each night from Monday to Friday opens up with a phone call between Henry and William, talking about the company, the restaurant, animatronics, and other things.
I'm interested in revenge.
And finally, the office. A cramped, messy little place. Bloody Nights takes a more simple approach when it comes to its gameplay. Being inspired by the original 4 FNAF games, we have cameras, lights, doors, phone calls,
Now listen carefully.
and of course, animatronics.
After your shift.
Red Bear, Spring Bonnie, Firebear 2.0, Spring Bonnie 2.0, The Puppet, and Endo. Spring Bonnie and Fredbear start from the stage, coming closer and closer until they reach your door, and just like Chica and Bonnie from FNAF 1, each of them have their own side they attack you from, Fredbear from the left, and Spring Bonnie from the right, and just like Chica and Bonnie, closing the door on them will stop them from attacking you, and you'll know when they're gone once you hear the knock at the door. And this goes for most of the other animatronics. And just like their counterparts, Spring Bonnie and Fredbear 2.0 also follow the same path. Fredbear 2.0 from the left, and Spring Bonnie 2.0 from the right. Fredbear 2.0 starts spring from the left end hallway, slowly fading in as he gets closer and closer, until, and I forgot to mention, Fredbear 2.0 also has a broken music box, so you'll be hearing this getting louder and louder as he gets closer. But when Fredbear 2.0 does come to the door, he doesn't immediately attack. Instead, Fredbear 2.0 lingers around the door, getting louder and louder. And when you think he's getting too loud, close the door. And when it's been about 5 to 8 seconds, I think. As for Spring Bonnie 2.0, he starts off like any other animatronic, coming from the back room, slowly approaching you. But with Spring Bonnie 2.0, flashing the flashlight at the door carelessly when you think he's there isn't the best idea. Instead, try using the sound cues at the cameras, and when you hear him coming, close the door. For the puppet, they aren't found on the cameras. Instead, they're in your office. The puppet slowly comes out of the music box, contorting and flexing their body, trying to reach you. But flashing the flashlight on the puppet will drive them back to the music box. Then for Endo is found on the right hallway, slumped on the ground. He'll start slowly creeping closer and closer to the door, until, so get ready to close the door. But with saying that, I don't really know if that's right. The game really doesn't tell you anything, and that's kind of a problem, but I'll talk about that in a bit. And finally, I know this isn't an animatronic, but it's still something you have to pay attention to. The generator he is located at the bottom left of the camera. He builds up each time you use the doors, so it's important to keep track of your door usage. Otherwise, no more doors for you. But as I said before, there's something I want to talk about. The Return to Bloody Nights is a mostly see not tell type of game. Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? Well, throughout the game, you're stuck in your office with yellow, orange lights lighting up the place, papers, posters, and all other types of stuff scattered around the room, with cameras in front of you, doors to your left and right, and something right behind you. Everything becomes a mess, but in a good way. With the clock ticking, hours slowly changing, and deadly animatronics trying to kill you, it's all or nothing. But then, in Bloody Nights, you're barely given, if not any information about the animatronics, besides all the lore related stuff. About half of the animatronics really don't get explained, but I think that's the point. Watching Fredbear 2.0 slowly fading into existence, wondering why Spring Bonnie 2.0 covers her face, and seeing Endo standing right in front of the door for the first time, without any warning, it's terrifying. It makes the game scary. Actually scary. But after the first few times, it gets old and annoying. While yes, it adds the horror element as surprise, it only works for the first few times. After that, it just doesn't work. Dying constantly to something that you didn't know about or how to deal with, it's annoying. And I know some of you guys are saying skill issue, blah blah blah, get good, blah blah blah. But But you literally get told nothing about Endo. Nothing about how Fairybear 2.0 works. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory with Spring Bunny 2.0 with their eyes and stuff, but still. I literally had to go to the Game Jolt page and look through the comments to find out how Fairybear 2.0 works. Taking me out of the game. It makes blind walkthroughs a molding experience. I wish there was like tips given out after dying from them, like be careful of blank blanks or something like that. But besides that, that's really the only issue I had the game. I mean, there are some bugs and stuff, but if anything, an update will come and fix them. I mean, there was already an update to the game after like a few days after it released. But what's good about the game? Well, for starters, the gameplay. It's a pick up and go type of game. Nothing over dramatically hard when you know how the animatronics work, but hard enough to give you a challenge. The models for the animatronics, and I know I'm gonna sound kind of corny saying this, but like the graphics actually look pretty good. The jump scares are scary, and I like how they put attention to detail to them. And the death screens, they're just really awesome. Finally seeing gore in a FNAF game, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but I mean, isn't it kind of weirder that, you know, the whole game series centers, like, started with a man and, like, there's barely any gore. The game feels polished, well done, with a lot of extras, a custom night, and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and the OST, it it go crazy. Like, who let this man cook? But if anything, I encourage you guys to play the game to get a sense for it for yourself. But the return to Bloody Nights, the FNAF game where I got stuck on night 6. Thanks for watching, guys, and sorry about the late upload. I know, like, I'm a few days behind, but like it kind of took me some time to get this done. But I hope you did like it. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to help me out, just subscribe, leave a comment, like, blah, blah, blah. And if you're going to leave a comment, comment down your favorite ice cream. And I'll respond to you and give a 1 out of 5 rating. But again, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day.